This is Course 2 Math, Chapter 6, Lesson 4, Percent of a Number. And I am Mrs. McCowan. If you need to go back or pause or replay the video, please feel free to at any point in time. Number 1, using proportional reasoning to find the percent of each number. So if we look at letter A, we need to find 30% of 50. So we're going to set up a proportion. So we're going to write the proportion 30 over 100 equals n over 50. Because we need to find the percent of 50. 50 is our number, and we want to find n. So we're going to cross multiply to find the cross products and make sure those are equal. So we're going to multiply 30 times 50, 100 times n. So we have 1500 equals 100n. And then we have to divide 1500 divided by 100 equals 100 divided by 100, which is n. So this isolates our variable, and we find that n equals 15. So 30% of 50 is 15. Okay, let's try letter B. Again, we're going to write a proportion. We're going to set up the cross products and make them equal. So let's write 200% of 24. Well, we want to find n, that's what we're looking for, and we need 200%. Well, I'm not going to make it my denominator, it's always going to be my numerator. The percent is always your numerator. So now I cross multiply to find the cross products. So I multiply 200 times 24 and 100 times n. 200 times 24 is 4,800, and I have 100 times n. 4,800 divided by 100 is 48. And when we did the 100 divided by 100, that canceled out to leave us n. So by isolating the variable, we found that 200% of 24 is 48. Okay, I'd like you to do check it out number 1A and 1B on your own. Please pause the video. Okay, let's see what you did. On the first one, we need to make sure you set it up correctly. It should be 40 over 100 equals n over 18. If you don't set it up correctly, you will not find the correct answer. We cross multiplied and divided by 100 to find that my answer was 7.2. On 1B, we did the same. 120% over 100 equals n over 400. We want to find what of 400, so that's always going to be my denominator. I cross multiply, find that my answer is 480. Okay, let's look at example number 2. We're going to use decimal equivalents to find each percent of a number. So I have 9% of 80. We need to change this percent to a decimal. We can never multiply by a percent. We always have to change the percent to a decimal. Now we can multiply. So I find that 0.09 times 80 is 7.2. Okay, letter B. 0.6% of 270. Well, the same thing. We're just going to multiply, but I first need to write my percent as a decimal. I can never multiply by a percent. I always have to change my percent to a decimal. Now I change 0.06 to a decimal, moving the place value 2 more places to the left, to the left. So that means that there are zeros in front of it, so I have 0.006. And once I multiply, we find that the answer is 1.62. Okay, I'd like you to do example number 2. Check it out. Please pause the video. Okay, let's check your answers. You should have moved your decimal place 2 places to the left, and this made it 0.06 times 18, which is 1.08. Move your decimal place 2 places to the left. We have 0.008 times 2000 is 16. Okay, let's take a look at example number 3. On example number 3, the estimated world population in 2001 was 6,157 million. About 40% of the people were 19 years of age or younger. What was the approximate number of people 19 years of age or younger to the nearest million? Okay, so we need to find 40% of 6,157 million. So we're going to write the percent as a decimal. So I move my decimal over to 0.40 times 6,157, and I multiply. When I multiply these new numbers, I find that my answer is 2,462.8. So the number of people 19 or under was about 2,463 million. Notice I rounded to the nearest ones place. They told me to round up, so it became 63. Okay, I'd like you to take a moment and answer check it out 3A, 3B, and 3C. Please pause the video. Okay, let's take a look at your answers. The first one, you should have multiplied 0.6 times 6,157 to find the answer was 3,694. Notice the 2 told me that the 4 stayed the same, so that's 3,694 million. Number 3B, 0.55 times 3,150 gave me $1,732.50. I didn't round this because we're dealing with money and we deal to the nearest penny, so I did not round. Letter 3C. We changed 38% to a decimal, 0.38, and multiplied it by the number of students to find that there were 16,560 students enrolled in middle school. Now notice I can't have 0.64 of a student. They would not be alive. So we had to round up to 60. Thanks for watching. If you need to go back and rewatch this video, please do.